Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this is what I believe is the Crapo Amendment number 2. This is a bipartisan amendment, and I want to thank Senators Warner, Corker, and Merkley for joining with me on this amendment, which establishes a scorekeeping rule to ensure that increases in guarantee fees, or what's been called G fees, of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac shall not be used to offset provisions that increase the deficit. Let me explain. During the Senate consideration of the fiscal year 2014 budget resolution, a similar amendment was co-sponsored by every single member of the Senate Banking Committee and was included in the Senate budget resolution by unanimous consent. However, because the Senate and House did not adopt the same budget, the point of order is not a part of the Senate rules, and we need to pass this amendment. The purpose of the guarantee fee is to offset prospective Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac credit losses from borrower defaults. Thus, if you use the guarantee fees to offset new spending, then you're doubly counting the revenue. In December of 2011, Congress passed a 2-month extension of the payroll tax cut that was offset by increasing the G fees for 10 years. This was simply a tax increase on mortgage folks in the United States who obtain mortgages in order to justify congressional spending. Subsequent to this, additional attempts were made to use the extension of this kind of G fee as cost offsets in other legislation. Directing that the guarantee fees to the Treasury Department go to the Treasury Department rather than protecting taxpayers from mortgage losses was used because it technically brings in a new source of revenue. Any increase of guarantee fees should be used to protect taxpayers from mortgage losses and as a repayment for the bailout, not for a gimmicky offset. That's why I'm offering this scorekeeping amendment with Senators Warner, Corker, and Merkley to ensure that transfers from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will not be used to offset provisions that increase the deficit. The practical effect of the amendment is, 1, a congressionally mandated increase of guarantee fees can only be used to reduce the deficit and will not be scored as an offset, and 2, a 60-vote threshold will still be required on a provision that spends more or reduces taxes and is offset with a guarantee fee increase because the fee would not be recognized as an offset. I would like to include also in the record, Mr. Chairman, a letter of support from a broad group of housing and trade associations and a letter of support from housing consumer groups. I would encourage my colleagues to support this bipartisan effort, which has broad support and was a part, as I said, of the fiscal year 2014
8 seconds,
budget
Senator Warner.
resolution.
All right, 8 seconds.